welcome to Pilates Done Right. My name is Melanie. I'm a comprehensively certified Pilates instructor and personal trainer, and I have a short workout for you today. You get to kind of join along with me. I'm kind of nursing kind of a low back issue, so I slept wrong last night, messed up my back. It's right around in this area, particularly on this right side, and that tells me I really need to work straight. So I'm going to hit this very carefully, making sure I'm centered on a reformer, making sure everything is very straight, so that I can't mess myself up worse. And so I'm going to really focus on that. So to get started, I've got my foot bar on high and 3 red springs. And to start, I'm going to sit here and make sure that my heels are on the foot bar centered. So I want them inner hip distance apart and the same amount of distance on both sides of my heels. From there, I'm going to go ahead and lay down. Whoop, there we go. And next I'm going to check and make sure that my hips are in a straight position. So I'm going to kind of feel with my hands on both sides and see if I've got about the same amount of distance on either side of my hips to the edge of the reformer. Lastly, I'll check my shoulders and neck, so I can kind of use my fingers in the space between my neck and the shoulder blocks to see if I'm centered in here. I'm pretty close. All right, so from there, I'm fairly confident that I'm straight, and I'll go ahead and start on footwork. Just working very straight, focusing on keeping the weight centered through both feet, centered through the heel of each foot, not rocking my feet out or in. Just really working to keep that weight centered and straight, my knees tracking straight to the ceiling. I'm kind of feeling if I'm putting the weight more into one leg or the other and trying to correct that. In addition, my abs are pulling in here so that we can keep that low back nice and stable. Literally threw my back out sleeping. It gets dangerous to go to sleep at night when you get to be my age. Go figure. All right, now I'm going to bring it down to the toes, trying to stay centered on the foot bar here. Heels are lifted just a few inches, a couple inches, pressing out. And here there's more of a temptation to rock to the inside or outside of the foot. For me, it's the outside. But just really working to keep that weight centered. And 2 more. And 1. Connect my heels so my toes are right where they were, but I'm just connecting the heels for Pilates feet. Continue. I actually just finished with a client, but before that I was so sore when I came in that I had a little bit of time, and I did some of this before my client came in. And already I feel somewhat better than I did when I started. I've kind of been hurting all day. So, hoping that this will be kind of worked out by tomorrow. Last one. And I'll take it out to the heels wide on the foot bar now. I'm feeling the corners of the foot bar to get them nice and even. Feet are flexed, press away. Still checking in with the abdominals every now and then, make sure I'm still pulling the navel down toward the spine. 3, and 2. You'll have to forgive the sound. I upgraded my phone, but I failed to upgrade the microphone, and it doesn't connect to this new kind of connection, so I've got to get a new microphone next. Last one. And in. All right, calf stretches next. I'm going to bring my feet back to that centered position. Go up there. Stretch away and lower the heels. Always pleasant. And we'll just do a couple of these here. And last one. I'm going to do some bridging next. If you have any reason why you can't put your hips up over your head, or sorry, your heart over your head, this may not be for you. So just, you know, if you've got something, just pay attention to what your doctor might say if you're not supposed to do certain motions. Otherwise, I'm going right into bridging here. Oh, does that feel good on my back? And lower the spine one bone at a time, all the way down. This here, if it's okay for your back, if you don't have osteoporosis or anything, any of that, this is just really lovely. It's like a massage, laying the spine back down. Oh, right there. Oh. And again. And we're really working to get that articulation of the spine as we go up. And then laying it down one bone at a time, all the way down. Now you see I am on my toes. This is fine to do from the arches or the heels as well. And we're trying to keep the carriage docked. So a little bit of hamstring pulling happening here too. Oh. Oh. And last one. Now I'm not working through pain here. You hear me making some sound effects because my back is tight and it just really feels good. There's a little bit of soreness just because it's stiff. But if anything like is not a good pain, then obviously you would stop that motion. Okay, next I'll do, I'm just gonna do a little bit of, I think, knee stretch. Seems like it's gonna be a good thing for me right now. So I'm kind of making this up a little bit as I go, just based on what my back seems to want. So I'm switching in now to red-blue. My feet are up against the shoulder blocks with the toes curled and curled up here, so I'm comfortable. Making sure my knees are even on the carriage, hands are even on the foot bar. And then sitting back over my heels, pressing that carriage back, and then using the abs and the quads, gonna bring that back underneath. So my abs are staying on here as I do this motion, and you can see my shoulders are not moving. This is partly a scapular stability exercise, so upper body is fairly still. This should only be done at the hips and the abdominals here. I've got a straight back for this version. 3, 2, and 1. Do a couple of round backs. So from here in this flat back position, I'm just going to round, still reaching away from that foot bar, sitting just over my heels. Oh, okay, pressing the carriage back only a couple of inches till my thighs are like perpendicular to the floor. So just a very small range of motion here. We're really working those abs and quads. And there's actually a reason for that. It's all connected to that little back. 3, 2, and 1. Good, okay. Last thing I want to do is just a little bit of arm work facing the tower. Ooh, getting warmed up. So just staying on, let me fix these shoulder blocks here, just staying on a red and blue spring to start. Just get a wider setting here. There we go. Again, making sure my hips are, straight on the carriage here. And here we go. I'll start with some rowing. So rolling back first with straight arms and taking a nice wide row. My palms are facing each other here. Actually, you can do this wide row with the palms facing down if you prefer. Variations. And then we'll take take a few narrow rows while I'm here. So just pulling the elbows in the side. This does work a little better with the palms facing each other. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms go straight. Roll back up. All right, gonna drop that blue spring, so now I'm just on a red. Sitting fairly tall here. If you need to bend your knees, if it's hard to sit up on your sits bones here, you can have your knees just bent a little bit. But we want to stay really tall here without aggravating the low back. And then those abs are pulling in. Hold your upper torso very still here as you do this motion here, pulling back. Straight elbows. This is back of the shoulder, back of the upper back, back of the upper back. Yes, that's right. 3, and 2, and 1. And if you're feeling up for it, a little bit of rotation is good while we're in a position where we're fairly straight. So just rotating the upper spine. Really focusing here though on keeping the pelvis stable and the low back fairly still. So if you start to feel the low back moving here, actually, you want to kind of stabilize against it right now because we're working on stability for that part. And mobilizing the upper spine a little more, just to kind of get ourselves going back in the right direction. 3, and 3, and 2, and 2. Last one, and rest. So already, I'm going to call that good. I feel like I've kind of worked very straight, gotten it going in a better direction. Actually feeling a good bit better already. I hope you are able to put that to use and kind of see how I worked very straight, very methodically to work out that low back issue that I was dealing with. Obviously not every low back issue is the same. Mine was just kind of slept wrong and needed to kind of work itself out. Very basic, undiagnosed low back pain. So hope that helps, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.